Hello everybody, welcome back. Hope everyone's safe, hope everybody's having fun while they're stuck indoors. Mindy Minx, the wonderful, beautiful Mindy Minx is my camera person today.
Thanks, babe.
Thanks, Minnie. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I have one section of shelving that we didn't go over yet, so I thought I would do that today and get everything all caught up that's on the shelf. So to start with that, we're going to go with a section that is science fiction and kind of oddball stuff, monsters and things like that. The first one I have to show you is the Dead Matter. It was filmed, I think, in 2007. If you live in Cleveland or Mansfield, you get a kick out of this because it was filmed at the Ohio Reformatory in Mansfield. My son was in this movie and he is credited. So when the end of the movie comes by and all the names come up, you'll spot his name as one of the zombies. Good job, Bruce.
Whoop, whoop.
Next on the list is the classic Flash Gordon starring Buster Crabbe. I think this might have been from, I'm not sure, the 40s, 50s? I think it started out in theaters and it transferred over to TV. I have that one. Ghostbusters 1 and 2. I've seen some of the remakes, not a big fan.
I would agree.
Yeah, I like the originals. And then this one was shown recently in a box set collection. It's Godzilla.
Godzilla!
Yeah! I like Godzilla. Shortly after I found that, I got this little Godzilla cigarette lighter. It's butane, and it needs some fuel. But you push down on his little fin thing on the back, and the fire shoots out of his mouth.
Where'd you get him?
I got him at a tobacco shop that used to be in Great Northern Mall in North Olmsted, Ohio.
Cool.
Long gone, though. And if you grew up in my age and you had UHF TV, you came home from school, and if you didn't watch Dark Shadows, you watched Johnny Sacco and his flying robot. I think it was filmed in Japan, and the robot looked like a Egyptian, and it was dubbed in English. Kind of a weird combination. There's Johnny Sacco. The original King Kong. I don't have many of these. It's called a digibook, but I kind of like the digibooks. It has the disc, and then it has some pages in there with some stills and some artwork and some things about the movie that I don't know if it's included in special features, but I think it's a nice format. So there's the original King Kong. The guy that played the father on Christmas Story, Darren McGavin, was Kolchak the Night Stalker. I love this when it was on. I have 2 of those discs. This is the complete series, and this is an additional add-on. I have the complete set, I think it was on for 3 years, of Lost in Space. Robot?
My sensors indicate an intruder is present.
No, that's Mindy Minx.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Thank you. I have those. A lot of people asked if I had Night Gallery and some of the Rod Serling things. Yes, I do. This was one of my favorites to watch also.
We watched that this past Halloween together.
Yes, we did.
Those are good.
And it's fun because a lot of people that were big in Hollywood before they got big were on shows like this. And there's a lot of shows where you go, hey, that's so-and-so. And it is. The Phantom of the Opera with Lon Chaney.
I've never seen that.
Oh, we have to watch that.
Yeah.
The Ray Harryhausen Collection. He was a special effects expert before there was special effects experts. And this is Emer? Help me out here. Emer?
Hold on. Blu-ray. No! There he goes.
He's from Ray Harryhausen, from a movie that's in this set, which is 20 Million Miles to Earth. There's also Earth versus the Flying Saucers, and it came from beneath the sea. That's it came with that. We'll put him up here and put this back. And here's another Ray Harryhausen set. Legendary Monster Series, Jason and the Argonauts, The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger, The Golden Voyage of Sinbad, and The Three Worlds of Gulliver. Ray was great at what he did. He also came out with Clash of the Titans, which there was recently a remake, but this is the original, which was on HBO like 8 million times. Attack of the 50-Foot Monster Mania. There's a whole series of things like this that came out. This is actually a film dedicated to all of the films that had large monsters in them, and it's narrated by Billy Mumy, which is Will Robinson from Lost in Space. Mighty Joe Young, which also had Harryhausen. And the last couple, the Jules Verne's Mysterious Island, which had a lot of dinosaurs and large creatures.
That is a big chicken.
That is a big chicken. And the 1960s version of Mindy Minx, Raquel Welch, 1 million years BC.
No. She's gorgeous.
As are you.
Thanks.
And a lot of people ask if I had The Outer Limits. I do have volume 1 of The Outer Limits, but I was a much bigger fan of the Twilight Zone. Rodan and the War of the Gargantuas. The War of the Gargantuas was something I saw when I was a kid, and it really stuck with me. I have the complete series of Tales of the Dark Side. We haven't seen, we didn't get to watch any of these at Halloween.
That kind of looks like Goosebump vibes to me.
Yeah. Now this one you have seen part 3, The Trilogy of Terror with Karen Black. If you remember Room 222, I think that was her TV debut. Mindy was not a fan of this one, were you?
It's creepy. Little thing was creepy. Good Halloween movie, though.
This I got, and I still have it, and I don't know why, but it's the Toxic Avenger, the director's cut, featuring the full head-crushing scene. It's just, I don't even know if it's rated on IMDb. If you hear squeaking in the background, it's our baby birds. I think Mom or Dad just showed up with some food.
Food, like, every few minutes. Growing birdies.
The complete series, all 156 episodes on 25 discs of The Twilight Zone. This is one of my favorites. I could watch this all day long. I actually have watched it all day long sometimes. And then there was a kind of a remake of Twilight Zone. This is season 1. That was from, I'm not sure when. Maybe the 90s? 1985 through 89. Almost the 90s. And if you were a fan of Johnny Sacco and his flying robot, then you were also a fan of Ultraman, which I think I liked Ultraman a little bit better. And then from the classic Universal Collection, I have the original creature from the Black Lagoon, which I believe also has the Legacy Collection, which also includes, there was like a part 2, Revenge of the Creature, and The Creature Walks Among Us. Kind of ended up in like a SeaWorld place, and he wreaked some havoc. Dracula with Bela Lugosi. Boris Karloff as Frankenstein. Boris Karloff, if you didn't know, he was the narrator of How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Cool fact.
The Invisible Man. Or should I do this? The Invisible Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Claude Rains. The Original Mummy.
We should watch all these this Halloween.
Yeah. Lon Chaney Jr. as the Wolfman. And kind of a crossover from terror to comedy. Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein and the Wolfman, Dracula, and the Invisible Man, which was Vincent Price, who was in the Michael Jackson video, the one you like, Thriller. He's the guy that laughs funny. And then Abbott and Costello meet the creature from the Black Lagoon. So some of those were titles that people had asked me about, wondering, hey, why don't you have the Twilight Zone, or why don't you have Lost in Space? I do have them. It was just on the last shelf that we didn't get to. But we got to them today, and that's going to wrap it up. So I hope everybody stays safe, have fun, take a lot of pictures, enjoy the family, and behave. Bye!
Bye!